I guess afterwards, they decided to do a video blog with the winner for the year of Miss Howard TV.
Okay.
And Gange, who's Mr. Busy and will write on his Facebook that he's the most busy person on the planet, he conducts a whole 2-hour interview with her. Like, somehow he's available for that. Like, he's so busy. But, a million people around here could have done that job. And quite frankly, much better. Gange is the worst on the air. He's like, tell me, like, I'm going to play this for you. So it would have behooved us to have even if someone said to Artie, not that Artie was free to do this, Artie, would you talk to the girl? Would you interview her? It would have been humorous, funny.
And so, quite frankly, I would have thought about that assignment.
You might have liked doing it.
Absolutely.
That's something you might have enjoyed, hanging out with that
attention,
girl.
Yeah.
If we said to Fred, would you do it? Or even if we went the other route and went whack pack and said, high pitch Eric, you do the interview. That might have actually been funny and interesting.
That might have been great.
Somehow that doesn't occur to Gange.
Richard, I could just think about even JD would have been better at this than Gange. I'm not kidding you. It's the worst job I ever heard. All right, let me get to it right away. Gary, page 2.
And also, I respect that you think that way, but if you wanted me to do anything, I would do it,
Yeah, well, I mean it's not part of your job, but maybe you'd want to, hat rack. I know that Gange likes to get close to these chicks, and this is an opportunity for him to shine with them.
Right.
But listen to this show.
All right. Hey, this is the first ever Howard TV, to howardtv.com online video chat, and our first guest here is the Miss Howard TV of the year, Brenda Acevedo, who...
and if it was some guy, Gange wouldn't be doing this. So it's all very transparent.
I'm already wishing Lou Bolero did it.
Yeah, and already you're bored, right? I mean, it's just boring.
He's laughing at himself.
Right.
You can check out at BrendaLynnOnline.com. And Brenda is here. We're going to be fielding some questions from you, the howardtv.com audience. So somebody kind of get me some questions. Let's go.
Somebody kind of get me some questions.
I already see one of the past Miss Howard TVs is signed in, Christine Lemaster. I can tell that she's signed in, checking out the chat. Anybody else? So Brenda, let's start off while we're trying to get some questions up there. Let's start off. Why don't you tell me how you think your appearance went today, and kind of just look towards camera so the people at home can kind of see you. How do you think your appearance went today?
I think my appearance went well. I was a lot more comfortable.
This is what he's busy with.
Wait a minute. You know what? Gange has updated his question.
Used to be, how did it go?
Right. He used to stand at the door and say, how did it go?
Yeah.
So Gange had to come up with one question, and it was that same question. How did it go today?
Oh, but he did add, make sure you look at the camera because people want to see what you look like. So, how did it go?
I've heard bad public access shows sound better than this.
I got to see Artie, so I was pretty excited, and he made me a little hot today. So I think it went really good.
Yeah, right.
Right. So wait, Gange's more articulate than ever.
All right. Okay, another question from Feeway. Brenda, what is your favorite position? Now, that probably doesn't mean standing.
Yeah.
In bed, what is your favorite position?
I like to just lay on my back and take it like a good girl sometimes.
So do I.
Now, your wife, no create. Do you like go crazy? Like, are you just kind of like a chill?
I'm kind of like I'm creative sometimes, but I'm really chill. Like, I'd like to just be really submissive.
No. Sounds like I'm doing all the work.
What do you feel about laying back and let an extremely fat man crush you to death? Who speaks in a raspy voice? And look at the camera while you're talking. How do you feel about a guy with a hacking cough?
Now, why you don't pose topless or anything like that, right?
No.
Why is that?
Well, originally I had said that I would save myself for Playboy, but they haven't came knocking, and I'm getting old.
They haven't came knocking.
And she's getting
Would you go to the Ronnie Grammar School?
Yes.
They haven't came knocking.
Well, look, you're not going to correct her now.
I know. Well, I was here really to talk about Gange.
When you can see her,
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
You don't hear the bad grammar.
In Playboy eyes, so I don't know.
So do you think at some point you will?
No. If I don't for Playboy, I won't.
So even if you get to be, let's say, 35 years old and Playboy still hasn't called.
It's deadly, right? It's just deadly.
It's very boring.
I think she said she's not going to do it, Gange.
Yeah. So let's say, okay, you say you're never going to do Playboy, but okay, let's say you're 35 years old.
You had a cup of coffee and a Danish.
Yeah, what is that
And
question?
you're looking at the door and you're thinking, what about my life?
She said she doesn't want to do Playboy. Well, you think he's going to get a different answer out of her? Well, let's see.
Don't do like a Cindy, what was that, Cindy Margulies or Julia, was it Cindy Margulies? Who was the most downloaded woman?
Yeah.
So funny, like.
He's asking her.
Are you going to be like Cindy Margulies?
Is that her name?
What if you're 35 years old, you slip on the ice, your skirt goes flying up in the air, and a photographer shoots you with no panties on by accident and then puts it in the paper? You would be technically naked.
Or how about this scenario? You're walking down the street, you slip on some ice, and a big fat guy is standing there, and he drops his pants and accidentally rapes you. How do you think about that?
Right?
I forget her name.
Yeah, like all of a sudden she did that,
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I would only save them for half.
Hef.
Half gets all the girls naked.
What about for Hefty?
Or a man built like a heifer.
Is that your nickname, Hefty?
Hefty's place.
I'm hefty.
Hefty. See, but that would even be funny if it was like a big sign that said, Hefty, and he's smoking a pipe.
I'm Hugh Hefty.
You Hefty.
That would be great.
What's the best part of being Miss Howard TV? Or being in, what was
This.
See. What
What would she answer to that?
Yeah, what
There
is the
no,
best part?
There is no best part. Nothing happens when you're Miss Howard TV.
She got to come on the show. That's it.
Right. Let's hear her answer. As long as we've gone this far into the blog.
the best part about being one of the Miss Howard TV competition? I guess that's what this question is. So what's the best part of being in the competition?
The best part was, I guess, knowing that.
I hear Tim's going to give Gange a 4-hour show next time Pharrell's out. Wow. By the way, the full segment is on howardtv.com right now. And by the way, on Gange's Facebook right now, I guess he's on vacation. This is what it says. Can you back up the computer so I can see?
Oh, he's on vacation.
He's on vacation.
A much needed vacation.
Yeah, well,
that was a
wait
lot
till
of work.
you got to hear this. Guys, back up on the computer what it says on Gange's Facebook. It says, Mike Gange is off to Puerto Rico. Finally.
Finally.
Jesus.
Because he's so exhausted from interviewing girls. Finally.
I didn't know that there was a big delay
Oh, finally.
in getting to Puerto Rico for him.
And imagine him in Puerto Rico making friends with every Puerto Rican girl. Hi, how long have you been Puerto Rican?
And I'm sure Puerto Rican people are going, Mike Gange's coming here, finally.
You're representing such a big, Howard Stern. So it's not just any little thing here and there. It's a huge honor to know that it's such a big company. It's been around.
Wow.
Oh, at least she's into it.
Yeah, she's answering nicely.
The best part is when Gange interviews me for the blog.
The video chat. I got to look at the fine print of the contract more often.
Yeah, I heard Gange had a big meltdown the other day.
Why?
There's a big Howard TV meeting, and he showed up late. And I guess what happens at the Howard TV meetings, they all order pizza. But Gange got there late, and the pizzas were eaten.
That's why he blew up?
There's a specific type of pizza that Gange likes. It's called Grandma's Pizza. It's a thin crust, sort of Sicilian type.
It's good.
And they didn't order Grandma's Pizza, and I heard there was screaming and yelling like you can't believe.
Now, who is he to scream and yell at people? Like, what, I don't understand how he has the right. Is he some kind of big deal at Howard TV?
Well, he's a senior producer.
Yeah, he's up there now. They're telling me that the kid who got the food had to leave his food to go out and get Gange's food before he could eat.
Ay vey. Boy, hey Richie, is Gange becoming some sort of big player at the Howard TV organization?
I think, Doug would have to tell you this, but I think that Doug is in charge, and if I'm not mistaken, Gange's next down, I believe.
But Gange's the putz who fucking sent my kid's teacher porno.
Well,
That was 17 years ago.
Who could take him
we
seriously?
all make mistakes when we're young.
That's some mistake.
That is a
The
big
pizza thing was hysterical.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're having a lunch meeting, and he was busy, so he couldn't make the meeting.
Right.
and we ate the grandma pizza. And he came in and was just really upset that there wasn't any left for him.
And he can't eat a different kind of pizza? I mean,
He likes grandma's
You
pizza.
get it from Napoli? Is that where you get it from?
Bleecker Street Pizza.
Oh, Bleecker Street.
Yeah, he just came in and was like, there better be another pie up here in 15 minutes.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Man down the
He was
law.
hungry. Hungry guy.
But he actually yelled at someone. He can't go out and
he
get
didn't
a
scream,
pizza.
but he was hungry and he wanted his
Wow.
pizza.
What's with him?
Don't mess with the hungry fat man.
Yeah. Huh?
Everyone wants pizza.
I mean, Fatso can't eat a different type of pizza that was sitting there?
He needs the thin crust.
I guess his heart was set on it.
I was all set for thin pizza. Thin crust fat man.
Well, what is it, Ralph?
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, it's funny. Gange, before he did this, he was on the wrap-up show talking about it. And Gary was like, hey, man, you're interesting, but maybe there's somebody else around who might want to do it. And Gary's like, I don't want to bother you. And, Gary's like, you bother me for every other fucking thing. This I might actually want to do.
Yeah.
And then Gange goes, well, it's sort of a bit now, me with the Howard TV girls.
Right.
It's like,
Some
we
bit.
could let that bit go, Gange.
Yeah, we're willing to drop that
There's
bit.
such a huge request that
I
that
said to him,
continue.
the bit will end when he finally dates one of these girls.
Right.
That's it.
When he
No, the
hooks
fans
one.
love it.
Yeah. People are clamoring for this.
All right, thanks. All right, thank you, Dougie.